You are now watching the one and only Premium Culture Network. Life is lyrical. So Dame Dash talks about how he feels, or how he knows rather, that Biggie and Puff took him and Jay-Z's style, and you know ain't no telling Dame otherwise. He also told a funny story about how Jay-Z and Big became cool. Also, SHYNE speaks on the new allegations by the woman who was shot in the nightclub, saying that it was really Diddy instead of him. I'ma let y'all check this out, and we definitely gonna rap on the other end. Please make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy content like this. It helps the channel grow. This is Kev from Life is Lyrical. Let's get to it.
You know, supposedly Jay and Big went to school together, but Jay didn't know him, you know. And our thing was, because we were doing the stuff like going in and getting the money and doing the popping the bottles and all that, in that moment, we had always felt that Biggie and Puff were copying us. Always. They were always, like, they'd see us in the club, and it seemed like the next day a record would be made.
You thought Biggie and Puff were copying you guys?
No, they were. No
and
doubt.
Who's we? It's you and Jay?
Yeah, the whole crew, Rocafella.
So
we was really getting money, you know what I mean? So, you know, no disrespect to Biggie, but it was a different hustle. We weren't like on the street pitching work, you know what I mean? We was a connect. So it was a different kind of thing, but that lifestyle of hustler and all that, that was us. That was them copying us, for sure. And, you know, so we kind of had problems. So I would like run up sometimes, and you know, I was confrontational with Biggie and him at first. And but when we finally got cool, and he came to our video, because again, this is when no one would mess with him, and he came through. And again, we were strategic. So every time we did a video, we'd have a meeting about what would be the most Big Willie-ish we could do. And what we came up with was using real money, play Monopoly with real money, and just had Cristal all over the table. So, you know, a lot of heavyweights were there, and he pulls in, and we start kicking it. And I'm like, man, we get into a drinking contest, and you know, he's 300 pounds. And I just got too drunk this night. He got too drunk. We both got drunk. And the next day, Biggs and Jay hit me, and they're like, yo, you was no good last night. Or Jay really did. And that was like the first time he'd ever said anything like that. And I called Biggs. I said, what happened? He was like, man, he was telling him he's your favorite rapper. You were all trying to get in his car. Like, I was like, what? He was telling him he's your favorite rapper. You were all trying to get in his car. Like, I was like, what? So then, you know, I got mad or whatever. We went down to Daddy's house, and we booked them to open up for Jay in New Orleans so that Jay could perform in front of him. And then we got real cool.
You have said since really right after the shooting that it was P. Diddy who shot you. I mean, I think you even said it to the doctor that night, right?
I said it immediately. I literally watched them pull out the guns. I've had a clear point of view.
It certainly reopens the wounds that I've been saying this all along. Everyone knew all along that I was the fall guy. But my political enemies and, you know, detractors tried to make me into, you know, this criminal. But everyone knew that I was a young kid that took the fall. I'm just saying that I maintained my innocence all this time. I said I was defending myself. I didn't get into who did what. But the victim is telling you who did what.
So what do y'all think of this, man? Do y'all agree, disagree? Please let me know in the comments. Dame can sometimes take things over the top, so sometimes you gotta take what he says with a grain of salt, but I can actually see that being true in this case based upon information that you always hear about Jay's past, Dame's past, as well as Big's past. It does seem like that was more Dame Dash and Jay-Z's lifestyle, and Big used to be a whole lot more gritty with his flows, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand how he incorporated some of that. I'm in here rolling when Dame said he got so tight that he became Biggie's #1 fan. Can you imagine Dame Dash sitting, look at Biggie in his eyes, talking about you my favorite rapper? Yo, I wish somebody would have had IG back there, bro. That would have been crazy. As far as SHYNE goes, yo, if it's really true that he wasn't the person that pulled the trigger and Puff was, that really would be nuts. As you recall, even though they were co-defendants, Puff hired Johnny Cochran for himself, but he provided SHYNE with a different lawyer, and SHYNE got deported for that. You know what I mean? So it's a whole lot behind that, man. Your boy Brother Love just don't stop. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this in the comments, man. I always appreciate y'all. This is Kev from Life is Lyrical. Peace, love, lyrics.